Welcome, fearless seekers of legend and lore, to a journey beyond time itself. Today we're diving into the core of one of the most enthralling narratives from antiquity, the myth of Hercules, stealing the Mares of Diomedes. Get ready to unravel the mystery behind the eighth labor of Hercules, the superhuman hero who dared to face the unimaginable. In the shadowy realm of ancient Greece, amidst the myths and legends that shrouded the land, one tale stood out as a gripping enigma: the legend of the Mares of Diomedes. These weren't just any horses. They were the stuff of nightmares, magnificent and untamed, but with a taste for human flesh that sent shivers down the spines of all who dared speak their names. In the heart of Thrace, on the shores of the foreboding Black Sea, the mares roamed under the ownership of Diomedes, a king whose lineage was as dark and storied as the creatures he kept. Born of the union between the god of war, Ares, and the mortal Cyrene, Diomedes was a man steeped in brutality and power. These man-eating mares were his prized possessions, his sinister legacy. Legend had it that Bucephalus, the legendary steed of Alexander the Great, carried the tainted blood of these mares in his veins, a testament to their fearsome lineage. But it was the hero Hercules who was destined to face the chilling terror of these beasts. The eighth of his 12 labors, a trial of incomprehensible danger, sent him on a quest that would test his strength, cunning, and resolve like never before. King Eurystheus, the cunning puppeteer behind Hercules' trials, commanded him to steal the Mares of Diomedes. These mares were no ordinary horses. Their madness was born from a diet most unnatural, a diet that included the flesh of unsuspecting guests and hapless strangers who strayed onto the island. Some whispered that fire spewed from their very breath, making them not just savage but otherworldly. The city of Tirida, where these nightmarish creatures were held captive, has long since faded into history, leaving behind only echoes of the horrors that transpired within its walls. The mares themselves were named Podargos, the swift, Lampon, the shining, Xanthos, the yellow, and Deinos, the terrible. Names that sent shudders through the hearts of all who heard them. The accounts of Hercules' daring capture vary, each version shrouded in mystery and dread. In one tale, he rallied volunteers to help him subdue the giant horses, breaking the chains that bound them and driving them toward the sea. But a tragic twist awaited him upon his return. A dear companion, Abderus, lay dead, devoured by the very mares they had sought to control. In a vengeful act, Hercules fed Diomedes himself to the horses and established the city of Abdera, forever linked to the memory of his fallen friend. Another rendition paints a darker picture. Hercules, ever vigilant, kept his wits about him, cutting the chains in the dead of night to terrify the mares onto a high knoll. He then unleashed a torrent of water to flood the plain, leaving Diomedes and his men to face their doom. With axe or club in hand, Hercules confronted the men and meted out justice, feeding Diomedes to his own monstrous steeds. Yet another version spins a web of intrigue. In this telling, Hercules captured Diomedes first, and served him as a gruesome meal to his own mares before setting them free. Chaos ensued as the Bistonians, Diomedes' loyal followers, clashed with the hero. And in the midst of the tumult, the mares charged forth, pulling a chariot driven by the ill-fated Abderus. In all versions, a grisly feast of human flesh somehow pacified the horses, allowing Hercules to bind their voracious mouths shut. With the man-eaters silenced, he returned them to King Eurystheus, who offered the creatures as a tribute to the mighty Hera. The ultimate fate of these eerie equines remains cloaked in mystery. Some tales speak of their peaceful existence in Argos, tamed by the macabre feast that quelled their hunger. Others tell of Zeus himself rejecting their offering and sending fearsome predators to end their lineage. What is certain is that the legacy of the Mares of Diomedes lived on, their descendants perhaps galloping through the annals of history to influence the fates of heroes and kings, even as far as the time of Alexander the Great. After this chilling encounter, Hercules embarked on yet another legendary quest sent by Eurystheus to retrieve the coveted girdle of Hippolyta. The enigmatic hero's journey was far from over, but the memory of the man-eating mares of Thrace would forever haunt the annals of Greek mythology, shrouded in an enduring aura of mystery and terror.
Philosophical reflection on Hercules stealing the mares of Diomedes. The tale of Hercules stealing the mares of Diomedes carries several philosophical themes and reflections that have intrigued thinkers throughout history. Here are a few philosophical insights that can be drawn from this myth. The nature of heroism. The story of Hercules and his labors often raises questions about the nature of heroism. Hercules is a hero not just because of his immense strength, but because of his willingness to confront and overcome seemingly impossible challenges. This labor in particular showcases his heroic qualities of courage, resourcefulness, and determination. Philosophers have pondered what it means to be a hero, and whether heroism is an inherent trait or a product of one's actions. Ethical dilemmas. The myth presents an ethical dilemma. Hercules resorts to feeding Diomedes to his own mares to tame them. This act raises questions about the morality of using violence and cruelty to achieve a greater good. It prompts philosophical discussions on the ethics of means and ends, as well as the concept of necessary evil. Control over nature. Hercules' task involves taming and controlling nature itself, in the form of the wild and man-eating mares. This theme raises questions about humanity's relationship with the natural world and the extent to which we should exert control over it. Philosophers have debated the ethics of dominion over nature and the responsibility that comes with it. Consequences of actions. The tragic death of Abderus, Hercules' companion, serves as a reminder of the unintended consequences of one's actions. It underscores the philosophical concept of moral responsibility and the idea that our choices can have far-reaching effects on others. Philosophers often explore the moral dimensions of causality and the notion of accountability. The clash of civilization and savagery. The story also highlights the contrast between the civilized world represented by Hercules and the savage world of Diomedes and his man-eating mares. This juxtaposition invites philosophical reflections on the nature of civilization, barbarism, and the thin line that separates them. Symbolism of transformation. The act of feeding human flesh to the mares to tame them can be seen as a symbolic representation of the transformative power of sacrifice. This notion has philosophical parallels in discussions about the redemptive qualities of suffering and sacrifice. In essence, the myth of Hercules stealing the mares of Diomedes provides a canvas upon which philosophers can explore a wide range of ethical, metaphysical, and existential questions. It serves as a reminder of the complexities of heroism, morality, and the human relationship with the natural and supernatural realms, prompting philosophical reflection on the enduring mysteries of human existence.
Thank you each and every one of you for joining us on this epic journey. Your curiosity and enthusiasm fuel our exploration into the realms of mythology. Stay tuned, because we'll see you in the next adventure, Hercules obtaining the girdle of Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazon.